is working, and I'm saying hello to everyone this morning. My name is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I serve as the spiritual director of Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focused Ministry. Seems that my system is a little delayed this morning, but I welcome you. I'm so grateful to be with you this morning. I am hoping everyone sees me this morning. My system seems to be a little delayed, and there I am. I all of a sudden populated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They've been promising me, they've been seeing me here in the Zoom room. And I'm so grateful to be with you, and we get an opportunity to anchor in the presence and light on this May 1st. Our year is progressing. Great things are unfolding despite appearances, and that's because we like coming together and contributing to this thing called life. We do it by warming the field, practicing mindfulness, and sitting in the silence. So I invite you to join me right now, wherever you're at in the world. Pause and just be still. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Today's reading is entitled, Today I Permit the Power Greater Than I Am to Flow into Newness of Life through every thought and action.
Are you okay?
So I invite you to simply breathe with me right now. And as we breathe, I invite you to hear these words from Isaiah chapter 52, verse 16. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. Sometimes we're confronted with problems which we do not seem able to solve. And right here in this place, to prove to ourselves that there is an intelligence which knows how to bring things to pass for us. In doing this, we should shut everything else out of the mind and rest quietly for a few moments while we confidently affirm the divine presence and actually believe that it is guiding us. Now think of your problem and consciously take it into your thought, not as a problem, but as though you were receiving the answer as you meditate. I bring all my problems to the altar of faith and know that every true desire of my heart will be fulfilled through the power of love. My first desire is that all my thoughts and all my acts shall give joy and gladness to everyone around me. I wish the healing power of love to flow through me to everyone. I believe that divine intelligence, which is the mind of God, is guiding, guarding, and directing my thoughts and acts. I believe that God already knows the answer to this problem. Therefore, I am letting go of the problem as though it were difficult. And I am listening to the answer as though it were sure. The answer to this problem not only exists in the mind of God, I affirm that it is in my mind now, that something in me does know what to do. I joyfully accept my divine guidance. I am open to new ideas, to new thoughts, new hopes, and aspirations. This, which so recently seemed a problem, no longer exists. For the mind of God, which knows the answer, is quietly flowing through my thought and feeling. A great peace and joy comes over me as I accept this answer from the giver of all life. I'm inviting you to sit quietly, anchored in the giver of all life, allowing what appears to be a problem to be a discovery today of wisdom, light, expanded awareness, and a new perspective. Let us sit in this silence for a few moments. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Parker. Today's reading is entitled, Today I Permit the Power Greater Than I Am to Flow into Newness of Life through every thought and action. We start first with the biblical reading from Isaiah chapter 52. I will lead them into paths that they have not known. I think of the words, I will lead them into paths of righteousness. Righteousness may be paths that we may not know. Let us move further. And this is what they write. I want us to hear this first. Sometimes we're confronted with problems which do not seem to be able to which we do not seem able to solve. And right here is the place to prove to ourselves that there is an intelligence which knows how to bring things to pass for us. In doing this, we should shut everything else out of the mind and rest quietly for a few moments while we confidently affirm the divine presence and actually believe that it is guiding us. Now think of your problem and consciously take it into your thought, not as a problem, but as though you were receiving the answer as you meditate. So we pause for a moment and we allow for you to bring whatever it is into your thought right now. And as you're doing so, I'm going to invite those that are here in the room to begin to unmute yourself because we are going to practice. There is value in spiritual practice. We're going to use the power of our voice, and we're going to apply it to what appears to be a problem right now. I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. If you're on our social platform and are able to do so, do so. If not, just listen and embody these words. I am bringing all my problems to the altar of faith.
I am bringing all my problems to the altar of faith.
And I know that every true desire of my heart,
and I know that every true desire of my heart
will be fulfilled through the power of love.
will be fulfilled through the power of love.
My first desire
My first desire
is that all my thoughts
is that all my thoughts
and my acts
and my acts
shall give joy and gladness to everyone around me.
and gladness to everyone around me.
I wish the healing power
I wish the healing power
of love to flow through me to everyone.
of love to flow to me to everyone.
I believe
that
divine intelligence, which is the mind of God,
divine intelligence, which is the mind of God,
is guiding, guarding, and directing my thoughts and acts.
is guarding, and directing my thoughts and acts.
I believe that God already knows the answer to this problem.
I believe God already knows the answer to this problem.
Therefore, I am letting go of the problem.
Therefore, I'm letting go of the problem
as though it were difficult.
As though it were difficult.
I am listening to the answer.
And I am listening to the answer.
As though it were sure.
As though it were sure.
The answer to this problem.
The answer to this problem.
Not only exists in the mind of God.
Not only exists in the mind of God.
I affirm that it is in my mind now.
I affirm that it is in my mind now.
That something in me
Something in me
does know what to do.
does know what to do.
I joyfully accept divine guidance.
I joyfully accept divine guidance.
I am open to new ideas,
I'm open to new ideas,
to new thoughts,
new thoughts,
new hopes,
new hopes,
and aspirations.
and aspirations.
This which so recently seemed a problem
This which so recently seemed the problem
no longer exists in the mind of God,
no longer exists in the mind of God,
which knows the answer
which knows the answer
and is quietly flowing through my thought and feeling.
and is quietly flowing through my thought and feeling.
A great peace and joy come over me
A great peace and joy come over me
as I accept this answer
as I accept this answer
from the giver of life.
from the giver of life.
I invite you to breathe those words in now, acknowledging, allowing for the giver of life, that infinite presence that is within each and every one of us. It's part of the energy field, the divine pattern of life. What I'm knowing is the path of righteousness, new path, has revealed itself within us and through us. That we are awake and aware and our attention is there, open and receptive and allowing that presence to fulfill itself right now. So I speak my word, and as I speak my word, knowing that my word has power, I acknowledge that divine presence right now within each of us as good, as the answer, as the healing, as the presence. So I'm acknowledging this presence right now within our body, within every cell of our body, and I acknowledge it as the source of healing, balance, knowing that that divine presence is harmonic and that our body temples are responsive. And I acknowledge that same power mentally, within our thinking, through our minds, for I know that our mind is the mind of the Christ consciousness, a divine pattern of wisdom, love, fulfilling itself and revealing itself. And I acknowledge that same power within our emotions, knowing that we are grounded in this awareness and in this presence and in this space of divine wisdom. I know that something fulfills itself beyond the outer world of appearances. That there is a grand rising today, and that grand rising is the infinite presence flowing. I acknowledge it flowing everywhere in everything and anything that we come into contact with. I'm acknowledging that presence right now within our homes, within our relationships. I'm acknowledging this presence within our finances. I acknowledge it within our social engagements, in our travels, whatever it is that is invited into our consciousness. I'm acknowledging only God, the infinite power, and what I'm knowing is good, the greatness, the newness, the power that strengthens us all fulfills itself. What I'm knowing is that this wonderful presence touches each and every one of us, and it touches and mirrors itself in all of our interactions with each other, and goodness spreads all over the land, not exclusive for one person, but includes everyone. And I'm in a space of gratitude for the generosity of the infinite expanding itself, personalizing itself, and revealing itself through each and every one of us. In this space with glad tidings and joy, we simply affirm, and so it is, and now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
And so it is.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. We look forward to being with you tomorrow morning, same place and same time. Remember to like and share with everyone on our YouTube channel. Thank you all.